We're here back. Emergency episode. Fernando Tatis Jr. suspended 80 games. PED use. That Melo is just smiling ear to ear. Very unfortunate news for baseball. And we just had to come on here to talk about it because it's arguably the biggest news we've had in baseball in a very, very, very long time.
Melo, go ahead.
Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. I mean, this is still funny to me. I can't believe this actually Bobby has mentioned this a lot off the air, but it's still so shocking that this even came out, this happened. But I mean, I wouldn't be lying to you if this was hilarious, but it sucks for baseball. Let me take off the Dodger hat for a second, but Padres are doing okay. I mean, I know that's the last thing everybody wants to talk about right now, but they're doing fine without him. I mean, sure, they're gonna miss him. That was the whole reason why they probably traded for Soto, just to have those three guys in the lineup every day. But no rush to come back, Tatis. No rush. Enjoy your 80 games.
It happened 18-ish hours ago, and I'm still shocked. I woke up this morning, I was like, oh my God, that actually happened. It's horrible for baseball. Matt, go. What are you feeling?
I feel terrible for baseball fans in general. And I'm not even a Padres fan, obviously, if you're watching this and you can tell. But I feel that this is such a major setback for baseball in terms of just they put all this money into marketing Tatis, and he was the face. Everybody knew Tatis because he was the face of the next generation of the playing as who you are and showing emotion throughout the game and whatnot, and bat flips and all that. And now he gets busted for PEDs, which MLB has been trying to, get their name unseparated from that, as they're probably the most known sport for performance enhancing drug use. So they're trying to separate themselves from that. And now one of their biggest stars has been busted for it. It's a big time hit for baseball fans. I mean, think of how many kids were huge Tatis fans, and now the fact that they're going to be learning that their superstar was, if they can understand, depending how old the kids are, basically cheating on a lower scale, however you determine PED use and cheating, it is illegal. So I think it's a huge setback for MLB.
Yep. It just sucks for, like you said, it just sucks for baseball that arguably their most marketable player is now suspended for he cheated. Their most marketable young star cheated, and he's not going to run. He can't run away from that, no matter if he was using it for ringworm, like he said, or whatever it is. Even though apparently it's not, that's not really even a thing. So I don't know. Yeah, it just sucks. 23 years old. The motorcycle thing that showed his immaturity. That was in the off season, right? I think that he
right during the lockout, couldn't talk to anybody.
Riding the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Motorcycle accident, gets hurt. Oh, it's just a young kid making a stupid decision. He does this, and now his legacy is tainted. Even though he signed a 14-year deal with the Padres, right? He was supposed to be this huge. I mean, he still will be a huge player in Padres history, but it's just going to be tainted now.
Wow. I mean, unless he falls off and doesn't return to what he was in his first couple of years, first 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's still, like you said, it taints his legacy, though. No one's going to look at him the same.
No.
Just like nobody looks at the Astros the same. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing now. So, yeah.
Yeah, everything he's done up to this point is now in question.
Right.
because of this. And I thought about this yesterday. Who was the last biggest name to get caught? Was it A-Rod?
I would
No.
say
Biggest name.
biggest
Cano.
name. I would say A-Rod. Like star wise would probably be A-Rod, but like Cano was Ryan Braun had just won an MVP. But like
Yeah,
but
Braun's
A-Rod
probably.
but I would say A-Rod because A-Rod was the best player in baseball. Like he was essentially the Tatis of baseball. Like the big huge star. Braun and Cano weren't on A-Rod's level. But I mean that A-Rod when A-Rod got caught, that was still more than Tatis was into his career now, but it's arguably the biggest news since that, like the most shocking, and it sucks.
Yeah, and let me also say this too. And again, Bobby and I, we kind of mentioned it before we came on here, but props to the front office and the players of the Padres who are absolutely ripping him right now, which they deserve every right to because Fernando Tatis, he's suspended for 80 games. He can go away. He doesn't have to answer to any media, nobody for 80 games. You're not going to hear from him. Unfortunately, now these players and the front office has to take all the heat and answer all these dumb questions.
Yeah.
But kudos to those guys who are absolutely ripping him. And keep in mind, they're saying these things with a microphone and a whole bunch of cameras in front of them. Imagine what these guys are saying about him behind closed doors.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think he's going to be welcome back. Obviously, he'll come back. It'll take some time for him to get, welcome back in the clubhouse. It's going to take some time, but he's not just going to come back in May next year and just pick up where he left off. It's not his team right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So Clevenger's quote or whatever he said very disappointed. That's the second time we've been disappointed with him. You hope he grows up and learns from this and learns that it's more than just about him right now, which is pretty crazy to say that public. But like you said, good for Clevenger and good for those guys that are actually, not being like, oh, he made a mistake and we're here for him. No, hold him accountable and make him know he messed up.
I mean, I'm not sure it'll ever be Tatis's team again because, like, the Padres are a realistic candidate to re-sign Soto. Plus, Manny's locked in for the long term there.
Mhm.
So, even though Manny's a decent amount older and his career will probably be over a lot sooner than Tatis's, it's still with this. I'm not sure about it ever being really being his team again. So
Yeah, I think I think it is Machado's team right now, probably just because of the leadership and stuff, but it sucks. It really does. I know Melo has a different point of view than me and Matt just because of his fandom, but it just really, really sucks for baseball.
Oh, is my fandom
upset.
showing right now? I'm sorry, I didn't know. Didn't know.
Never is. The video that you put out yesterday of you just laughing.
I mean, I don't want to hear any excuses or any it's funny. I don't care. It is hilarious. These Padre fans are doing the same thing to me last season when the whole Trevor Bauer stuff came out. So I don't want to hear that. Now, let's not compare the two.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's not start comparing the two incidents, but I said this yesterday. I'm going to say it once again. These Padre fans continue to watch the franchise shoot themselves in the foot. And this is just another great chapter in Padres history. Their star player getting suspended, busted for PEDs for 80 games.
his contracts, the contract's not looking too hot now.
No.
I mean, they paid him basically this whole year. Well, I guess he's suspended without pay, but like this is a year of his contract and he hasn't played a single game this year. So
Right.
Yeah, he hasn't lived up to it. And obviously he's not eligible for the postseason this year. And this is the only thing I'm sad about. He's not eligible to play in the World Baseball Classic next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they announced
So-
that too.
Oh, that kind of
Mm.
sucks.
Yeah, so that was like the one thing. Like, all right, I'll feel bad for you on that one. Everything else, though, I don't feel bad at all. But
Is he from the Dominican?
yeah,
Yeah,
Or is,
that would be that
okay.
stack team.
yeah.
That would have been
Yeah.
that stacked Dominican team. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I thought those were two separate things, but I guess they're the same thing. But he'll be welcome when he comes back in May. He'll be welcome back in San Diego. He'll get the support from his own fan base, but I can't wait for that first trip back to Dodger Stadium. That's gonna be. I'm gonna be front and center, laughing my ass off.
That's gonna be brutal for him.
Well, this is what happens.
Oh yeah,
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
yeah. And for the people that are trying to defend Tatis and saying, like, if anyone actually believes that his story, maybe it's some truth to an extent.
Yeah.
But when you're a professional athlete, you know that there's a big list of banned substances, or whoever is giving you these substances, if he had ringworm and he was trying to treat it, like you have a list of banned substances that you know you have to avoid, even if it's not intentional. And like you have to know that.
So I guess this is more of like a technicality type of thing, but like, do you guys know what the drug itself is supposed to do? Like why it's banned? Like, is it build muscle quicker, something along those lines? Because most of these things, like, yeah, I understand neither of you guys know because it's not something that most people know. But like when DeAndre Hopkins in the NFL got his decision, I was like, all these drugs is like apparently they're used in some not common things, but like they're used in some things as well. And it's like, why or
Yeah. I honestly
treat
like
themselves like to help that they're banned.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was like kind of doing a little research into it, but then I kind of just lost interest because whatever. But when D Gordon, Freddie Galvis, when those two tested positive, they tested for this too. I forgot that they even tested positive for PEDs, but when they were suspended, this is what they tested positive for. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. So, but he just has to know, like that that has to be avoided. Like when you're a major league baseball player or a professional athlete of anything, like you have to be aware, or your people have to be aware. Whoever's giving you these things to help your ringworm, your supposed ringworm. But I don't know. It's just very unfortunate. What, Melo? You're biting your tongue on something.
No, it's just we'll send him a get well soon card. We'll send him a feel better. Well, I like I said, I've already said what I needed to say. It's still so funny to me.
To end it on a lighter note, couple of my favorite jokes that I've seen on Twitter.
Oh boy. Okay.
Someone said Tatis went from El Nino to El Needle.
That's funny.
And then this other one, Fernando Tatis ring tally, World Series 0, Worms 1.
Yeah.
That was pretty good too.
Yes, I saw that. That was funny.
And then the when he was on MLB The Show in 20 whatever cover he was on, they changed the bat to a needle. That was pretty good
Yeah.
too. Yeah, I mean,
And shout out to Bob Nightingale. Jesus.
oh yeah, oh yeah. What was that?
Calling out all of Dairy Queen right now.
Yeah, the curse of Dairy Queen. The
Yes.
selected 4 players this season that they marketed or that they selected to market their ice cream and sandwiches. Bryce Harper, broken thumb. Tim Anderson, broken finger. Cody Bellinger, hitting 210 with a 668 OPS. And Fernando Tatis Jr. suspended for PEDs.
There's no need to associate the people with injuries with people who are trying to cheat. I mean, come
Or
on. Bryce
Cody
can't help
Bellinger.
that Blake Snell hit him in the hand. And Cody Bellinger is kind of just like collateral damage there. It's kind of like, well, these other people actually have things that's prohibiting them, and he just kind of sucks this year.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Cody
kind of just
Bellinger.
threw that in there.
Yeah, I mean, Cody Bellinger. If you want to start cheating and using some of this stuff, by all means, go ahead. But
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just sucks. Anything else that you guys need to say about Tatis?
this will be hilarious if the Padres somehow have a second half collapse because of this,
No.
and they miss the postseason. Oh my God, that'll be the icing on the cake for me this year. It's probably
I-
not going to happen because they're too good of a team. But
Wow.
it's not. They're hanging around. They're not. It's not a guarantee that they're going to get one of those wild card spots. It's not.
It's
It
not.
really isn't.
It would make the
Uh-oh.
Phillies' job a lot easier. So
Yeah, go
I'm down
Phillies.
for it. That's right.
Go
Here we
Phillies.
go. 2 Phillies fans on the podcast now.
You know what? Go
Fucking-
Phillies.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
fucking Phillies, man.
There we go.
All
All
right.
3. It's a Phillies podcast now.
Yes.
sir. All right. We're on the bandwagon.
I love
Rest
the
of-
fanatic.
Tatis, we'll see you next May if all goes well and you don't get into any more motorcycle accidents. But yeah, had to come on here and talk about it. And we'll see you guys next week, sooner than expected for episode 38.
Yeah,
Peace.
have fun in the Dominica.
See ya.